Welcome to the Tunisian Crochet World podcast. My name is Barbara, a designer from Columbus, Ohio. Hi everybody, it's been a long time since I podcasted. Things have been doing good, not to worry. Just a lot of things going on with work, my day job, and some writing stuff that's going on. Just giving you a quick update of what's new. My hair. You can't tell on the screen, but it's midnight violet. It's black with purple tones, which you probably can't see. I try to show you the light a little bit. I like it. It's something new. It's different. Doesn't show all that gray. So I'm happy with that. I got some new things. Only a couple that I want to talk about. The first one is this great book right here. This one's really nice. It's called Carefree Crochet 50 Soft Fashionable Projects That Make You Feel Great. It is beautiful. It has lots of nice stuff in it. I mean, it's just gorgeous. In fact, the first page got me. It is a great book. You'll have to check it out. There's some stuff on the back that shows. The scarf on the front is just gorgeous. Something that I think we could all use is some good, comfortable statements that make us feel good. So I bought that. Let's see. I bought some yarn today because today's my birthday, and my dear beloved son took me to Joann's and gave me a $70 limit, which was great. Bought all kinds of yarn and some material, but I'll show you that later. Just because I haven't got it unpacked. And then I bought a new Tunisian crochet hook that has the long cables, but I can't find it. Gotta stuff it somewhere. But everything's been doing good. Still no car. Hopefully to fix that problem really soon. Hoping to do that. Yeah, so no car yet. Hopefully in August we'll fix that problem. Other than that, I just have some nice projects. I've got the cast on, crochet on, the hook on, the macrame on, the sew on, all new projects, only because I think I'm getting burnt out of being like, gotta make this for this deadline, I gotta make this for this sample, I gotta do this, that. Had a lot of rejections this month, so you know, a little on the side. You work so hard on a project and then they go, nah, So, but you know, that's how it is with submitting with writing and crafts. You get your goods and your bads. So I want to focus on the good. So I'm going to show you a whole bunch of my projects. First thing I'm going to show you is this really neat crochet along with Mikey the Crochet Crowd and Inspiration. And I got to do week 4 yet. I haven't done week 4. But you will get a great Afghan done in 8 weeks. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's all textured. It's just beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And it's out of our cakes. You can do it in the sweet rolls. You can do it in almost anything. He tells you how to get gauge. So if you use a thinner one, you can get a thinner one with drape. Really, really nice crochet along. Believe it or not, it's the first one that I've actually started and will finish. Usually I start crochet alongs or knit alongs and then go, But this one I like. I think I'm going to make more of these. Great Christmas gifts. These are gorgeous. I mean, even if you stop at the next round, you could put 2 of these together and make a bag. Pillows. This crochet along you can make a lot with. So I really, really like it. It's Mikey's design, which I like Mikey. I've followed him since day one. Love him to death. So, yeah, very excited. Hope you can see all the greatness that this is. But yeah, so that's the crochet along with Inspiration yarn. It's everywhere. I'm sure you can find it. I don't think I need to tell you where to find him. Inspiration. The next one is I'm making a sweater, and it's a crochet one. And starts out, this is the front. Pretty cool. It's shells with the middle. I think her name is TJ. It's her podcast. I will put link below. She's the one that does this. She's the one that teaches you how to do your formula from your own body. And then you make these in different styles, change them up, different yarns. She tells you how to do everything. She is wonderful. I love the young lady. I will put her podcast at the bottom of the screen so you can do it. But this is the front, and it's really super nice. Very easy to do. And then I've got the front part done, and then I'm doing the back. She makes the back smaller than the front, which, yes, that's a little scary to do. But logically, we're bigger in the front because we have our girls and our tummy. The back is not. That's where we get into all this boxy, overflowing stuff that makes you look terrible. This has natural fitting in it because she does your body measurements. You calculate it. Good thing is once you've calculated it and you get the gauge with the hook, you can do any sweater. She'll show you how to do it. That formula works for all sweaters, tanks, everything. Brilliant lady. Love her podcast, so you have to watch that. She's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I haven't got very far on my Tunisian shawl. I only got this far so far. I sort of hit a rut. She's not much. But my plan is I want to do the double-ended. Remember my rug? My double-ended? I want to do a row of double-ended. I want to add that to the shawl. I want to add that. And then do another panel with a different stitch, and then do double-ended and another, and so that's what I want to do for the winter. But I'm having troubles getting that to work because this is a lot thicker than this, and the drape is awkward. So I'm going to try to go down yarn size to match this size. So that's what I'm testing. So as soon as I know, I'll write it up for you guys, let you know, get you involved in it too. But it's just hanging out in my little kitty bag that I made. And then I'm working really hard to get this, I call it the Angry Skull hoodie for my son for Christmas. And that's the reason why I call it Angry Skulls, because the skulls are angry. I don't know if you can really tell. But, see if I can get a close-up of it. There we go. Let's see. Can you see the skulls? Yeah. So, I've got a good amount done, believe it or not. I got it marked off for where the back is. And you can see I'm starting, like, sectioned off here. And then I got some on waist hold. I got a good side of his one front side done. And then what I'm going to do is once I seam it up, I will pick up a band to add a big, long zipper. So that's what I'm doing for him. I will be writing this pattern up too as soon as it's done, because it's very special. Hopefully we'll get that out soon. Let's see. Oh, on the crocheted sweater, I'm using my Mandalays. And it's in the Wood Nymph. And it gives you those kind of colors. So that's what I'm using that in. And I just dropped the hook, so. And I'm using an H hook because that's the gauge that I got when she makes you test the gauge. I got an H. Some people are getting I's. I'm using H's. Because I'm a loose knitter, a loose crocheter, and a loose knitter. And then my other project is I'm doing a raglan sweater. Oh, just dropped the stitch. Hold on. Hold on. Stitch down. Okay. I'm trying to do a raglan sweater. I've just started it in different purples. It's all going to be purple blocked, and at the end it's going to be a dark purple. So that way it sort of blocks it all off. And I did some short row shaping on the shoulders. Also doing some short row shaping here on the chest area because I'm a larger girl. And I'm just using my scraps. See? Just using scraps to do it. Just because I need to get used to it, and it's my Super Saver scraps. And the pattern that I'm using is one from Joann's off her little shelf. It's called the Striped Raglan Pullover. And I'm just adjusting it to my size. You can see all my notes and scribbles. Very easy to do. It's very simple. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do this one. It's very easy. The increases is where I mess up a lot on. But other than that, and my nail keeps snagging my yarn, which I hate. And I've been breaking all my nails all week. These two are broke off now. This one's acting up. So, not good for nail day. Too much gardening. But yep, that's what I have been up to. That's all my work in progress. The only thing I finished my llama. My doorstop llama. Yeah, but his ear is a little wonky right here. I didn't stuff it enough over here, so I gotta tack him up there. Gonna do some glue and tacking. But yeah, there's my doorstop llama. Isn't he cute? My little dog thinks it's her toy. She don't know it's not hers. So, she gets some time out when she goes to take it. But, I love it. It's cute as can be. My llama. So I got that. And then I wanted to share something with you guys. I am going to make a tutorial and show you how to do these motifs. This is Tunisian and it's in the round and it is adorable. Now I'm only going to teach you how to do the Tunisians in the round, the motifs, because I'm not going to make the sweater, but I would like to make it in a bag. Would be a really cute bag lined. It'd be cute for table runners. Placemats would be gorgeous in that. I mean, that is just really cute. And the fact that it's done in the round is adorable. Now, it is in Crochet Now magazine. So if anybody wants to get it, it's Crochet Now. But I will be doing a tutorial on how to do one motif, showing you how to do the motif. Because I think that is really neat. It uses a lot of short rows, which you definitely need to learn that because you can make collars. You can do the short rows and make a cape collar, round, a circular one. You could do circles and then seam up the side to make rugs. You could do circulars and then seam it up the side just like they're going to do to make pillows. So you're not just in square rind now. You can actually do some circle stuff. I know you can just Tunisian in the round, but it's a little complicated because you got to go one way and then you got to stop and you got to do another way and you got to make sure it's all hooked and you got to make sure you're using the right colors. I'll do a tutorial on that later on, but right now I want to show you this one. So this is going to be the tutorial that I put out in the next couple days. Hopefully I can get it done and linked into this one too, but if I don't link it into this podcast, it'll be a separate one. It'll come out. But I think this one is really neat. I think you'll enjoy this. It gives you just a little bit more skills to add to it, and it also changes it. People get tired of doing the same squares and rectangles and shawls. They want something new. So I think this will be good for you guys. So I'm going to do that for my tutorial this month. So stay tuned to that. I think that's going to be really cute. And then thinking what else? The only other finished object, which I can't show you because it's on my herb wall. I have a live herb wall in my kitchen. But I made some garland, and it's the sunflower garland. And let's see if I can get that on the camera to look right. But there's sunflowers and they're a garland, so that's what I'm doing. That's finished. It's really cute. You knit them and you stuff them, and then you sew them together and you put it through on I-cords. Really, really cool. So I did that one. Turn my book upside down because I have the pattern in them. This is just some of the ones that future projects that I want to work on. Collar. I don't know if I'm showing you this or not. Let me show you. Go back. There we go. That's one. The collar. That blanket is by Yarn Inspiration. This is beautiful. I really want that one. That one is gorgeous. And then there's these mittens. I want to try to learn to do some Tunisian mittens for you guys for the winter. I want to learn, if I can see what my camera's doing here. I want to do this pattern right here for you guys and learn how to do that in Tunisian, where it changes colors. I think that would be a neat thing to add to our skill level. Like this, but I'm not a cable girl, so I don't know how much cables we'll get out of that. That's fun fur. I just thought that was cute. This is all about shaping, which I definitely wanted to keep out because it tells you all your shapes, and then it gives you the chart for measuring. And then this is another one from Yarn Inspirations that I have halfway done, but it's downstairs. And that's for the pots and everything to go on my herb wall. And then this shawl, but it doesn't give you a very good picture of the shawl, unfortunately. And then the other side's just charts. But yeah, that's some of the things I pulled out that I like. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of Tunisian crochet patterns out there. But I am working with somebody who wants to convert patterns that are knitted or crocheted into Tunisian. So I've been working with them, talking to them back and forth on the internet, trying to see if we can come up with taking a couple patterns and combining them to make more outfits for that are coming out in Tunisian. She's working on a skirt, and I want to do a jacket, almost like a jean jacket one. I want to do that for sure. I think that would be a staple in everybody's wardrobe. So we've been working on that. That's why I have not been podcasting a lot. I've been talking a lot with some other designers, working on writing proposals. I've been working really hard on that. Like I said, I get some bites, but then, you know, it's, with the writing world, it's, you know, yes, send this to me, and then it's, oh, slightly and not in our budget yet, or something that we're looking for in the future, help you find a new match. It's that kind of attitude. It's not like, you know, unfortunately, Tunisian still has that stigma, so we just got to fight through it, just got to keep doing it. So we're pushing through to try to make some new designs, some new stitches to get attention to that. I am going to do some self-publishing here in the next couple months. I think I'm just going to write up some collections of the stuff that I've been submitting to all of them that say no. And I'm going to put it in an ebook and get it out on Amazon for everybody. Just because they don't want to have a book and do the expense to it, an ebook doesn't cost hardly anything to do. So I'm just going to get it out there to the public and let you guys decide if you want to pay $3 for an ebook that has, you know, some projects in it that you can actually make clothing with. So that's what I'm going to do. So bear with me on that. I'll let you know as soon as I get it done. I'm tired of waiting on publishers to say, oh yeah, this is trendy. We have a lot of people who want it. So I'm just going to push it out there to everybody. And if you guys want it, go for it. If you guys want anything, you think you would see something that you might want us to do, go ahead and send it to me. You know, put it in the link, put it in an email to me. My regular email is price, PRICECOGAL @AOL.com. Email it, say, hey, do you think it, you know, this might work in your conversion to ebook? Anything you guys think you might want, that'll help us because we want to push out something that you guys want. So just let me know, because that's the journey we're going to go down. I'm tired of spinning my wheels with them and, you know, have all these conversations and months go by and then they're like, no, it's not right for the trend yet. So, you know, fine. We're going to trend it ourselves. How's that? So stay tuned for that. Trying to think of anything else. Sewing, I have a project almost done, but that's one of the things I've set aside so that I can get other stuff done. I am learning to do some felting, little felted animals and stuff. I have a kids book that I wrote. I spent all last month writing that features around these little animals, and I want to write up the patterns on how to felt them so that the parents can actually felt them. It has a felted castle, so there's a lot of work on that to do. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I am venturing out in another area too that I'm testing for. So hopefully I can show some of that and get you guys, you know, some experience in that. Because this is all about crafts. It's not just Tunisian crochet. It's all about crafts. Stuff that I think is neat and that everybody might like. Let's see what else. Other than that, the hair, which is crazy right now. It's all wet because I've been out in the rain. But, yeah, like I said, my son took me to Joann's and gave me a budget of $70 for my birthday to spend. So I just had that fun today. I'll probably show some of the yarn I got on that on the next podcast. But yeah, I have so much yarn. It's not like I need it. If you guys seen my craft room, you guys be like, ah! But you have to remember, I did have a store, an actual yarn store, about 4 or 5 years ago. That was before I got sick with cancer, and I had to close it. But all of that yarn is in my craft room too, and all of the equipment is in the closet, very small closet too. I don't even have the knitting machines up. I don't have all my weaving looms that my dad made me with stands. They're all in there. Trying to think what all the wire racks that I had with all the baskets hanging on them. Yeah, I sold a whole bunch of other stuff because I just couldn't bring it all when I got sick. But yeah, so this room is packed, and it's a big room. And of course, it's in the eaves, the whole length of the whole house. So I have this craft room, and then the other room is where my office is, with my library built into it. And that one's in tip-top shape, because my books, I'm a book lover. I have 4,000 books in my bookshelf. So it's a big library. So yeah. But yeah, I'm blessed to have all my books and all my yarn. So I am thankful for it. This is my happy room. This room I can have the worst day of the world, and I can come up here, and within an hour, no problem, I'm fine. Love it. It's just all the crafts make me that way, and I hope that makes it to you guys too. And if I can share my joy with you guys and show you guys something, definitely want to pass that love on. So yeah. But I think that's about it for this podcast. I know it's short, and I know I haven't been on for a while, but the writing has really been pushing me. It's not easy getting proposals and samples ready, especially when they're craft books, because you have to write the whole proposal. You have to know the marketing. You have to have every project sketched out and detailed. Then you have to have at least 2 physical samples done, and then you have to have 2 chapters written. So when I say I put out 8 book proposals in 1 month, that's hard. And not 8 the same one, 8 different ones. So yeah, so that's a lot. But the fun one is the kids book. The kids book, I wrote the whole kids book, and I did the sketches for all the little characters. And yeah, I'm just absorbing it and trying to refine, because it's something new to me. The felting part is new to me. I did it years and years ago and got straight off into everything else land. But I love it, and it's cute. They're coming out really cute, and I think it'd be cute little ones. And I have a really unique, if I could talk, unique aspect of the book. Not only is the book going to be instructional for the mother to do the actual project, but on the side it's going to be the kid's story book. And it's going to have little pictures at the top and then the words. So every time she turns the page, she has it. And then at the end of the book, there is a digital copy of an ebook of the kids that she can actually, load up into her Kindle or her PDF, or print it out, either way that she wants to do it, for her kids to sit there and read. So it's a 2-for-1. The reason why is, the parents sit there all the time and make all these little crafts and all these little dolls and all these toys and all this stuff, these stuffies and softies for these kids. And the kids are like not in the process. They're waiting patiently, and sometimes impatiently. And I just think it would be really neat to have the child involved. And so that's the aspect I'm working on for that. And again, if the publisher decides later on that they don't want it, then I'm going to self-publish it too, because I think that is really cute. And I do have a little kids book called The Fairy Girls out there, already out on Google Play and at Amazon. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But, I'm tired of making these creations and then they don't go nowhere. They're my babies. They need to be born and handed out, brought into the world. So it's time to do it. So you're going to see a lot of that. I'll try to keep some of the self-publishing out of the podcast unless you guys want it. But if you do, just email me. Like I said, pricegal@AOL.com. I will talk to you. I will email you back and forth. I share my knowledge willingly. I don't keep anything behind me. So if you want to know how to do something, say, hey Barb, how are you doing these book proposals? I'll send you templates. I'll tell you how to do it. I'll show you. So just chit chat with me. It's pretty cool. I like it. The more we know, the more we can help one another, the more power we have behind each other. So I believe in that. Move each other forward. So I think that's about it. I don't have anything else. I'm looking around to see if I have anything else I need to share with you guys. No, really, other than that book, it's really cool. I'm trying to think what else. Haven't got anything really yarn wise. It's always the same. It's basically I buy for the projects that I'm making, so it's not like I'm buying these fancy yarns either. I'm buying acrylics. I don't buy the $23 ones or anything like that. Most of mine you can get at Joann's or Walmart or Hirschner's. I'm a big Hirschner's, big Mary Max fan. I love them. I was told that there was some new cotton coming to Walmart that's supposed to be really neat. I'll be checking that out. I think I do have one of those shawl on the ball somewhere. But alright, sorry, my camera said blip. I said okay, no more, but I was about ready just to sign off anyways. Like I said, I'll see you guys later. I will get the tutorial out for that, and it'll either be at the end of this or it'll be on a separate one. But check on my channel. I'll let you know. Bye for now. We are going to make this motif. Not the whole sweater, just the motif. Just to add to our skills. I hope you can see that. It's a little hard to see on here. Hi everybody, this is Barb again. I'm back to show you the Tunisian top that I had told you I was going to do the tutorial for. I was going to do the circular motifs. The first thing I need you to let you know is that you need to get a 3.5 millimeter hook to 4 millimeter hook, depending on your yarn. I'm using a thin, so I'm going with a smaller one. It does say to use 4-ply, but I'm sure you can do anything that you have in stock. Now the first thing they want you to do is they want you to make a magic ring, which is basically you're just putting the ring over so that you have 2 loops right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to come under here. And I'm again doing this over my camera here. And you're going to loop up, and then you're going to crochet one chain. If I can get my fingers to work here. That's the first chain. Now they say to do 6 chains, so that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright. Now the first foundation row they want you to do is start from the second one from the hook. So you're going to go in and you're going to pull up that loop. So insert your hook, pull up, pull through. Going to do the next one. Now this motif is done in sections. There's a total of 12 sections in one circle. But mostly you repeat one section a lot more than you do the other one. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So it says to pull up 4 loops across, leaving the last unworked. So that's the last one unworked. So we should have a total of 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now on the return passes, excuse me, they do it a little bit different than our normal. Normal ones you would yarn over the hook and pull through 1, and then yarn over and pull through 2 on each one. Here they want you to yarn over and pull through 2 all the way across. And that's how they want you to do that all the way through the whole tutorial. Oops, not 3, Barb. So that's how you're going to do your return passes. Now, that's not the normal way, but that's how they want to do it on this end. And I think it's because they don't want that one loop to be so loosely insecure. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to continue to work up and down through here. This is going to be our short rows all the way up and down there. There's going to be some that you don't work, and some you do. Now you leave your loop, the circle, really big because you're going to actually go into this loop a lot, all the way through the circle as you're going around. And then at the end, you will pull this and tighten it through. Okay, now row 2, they want you to do 2 Tunisian crochets, simple stitches. So 1 Tunisian simple, 2 Tunisian simples. Now, so that's 3 on the hook. And they now want you to do a return pass this quickly. So you're going to yarn over and pull through 2, remember, because that's how they do theirs. To allow you 1 loop on the hook. Now the next row, they want you to do 1 simple stitch, Tunisian simple stitch here, and then they want you to do the next simple stitch right here. Now they need you to go down below and do a simple stitch. So there's 1 there that you made, and now we're doing 2. Simple stitch, pull up. So now we have 4. I'm going to do 1 in this one. We're going to go into that chain right there. And pull up a stitch. So now we have 5 on our hook. And then now they want you to do 1 in the magic loop. Now you should have 6 loops. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do a return pass. So carefully, without messing up your loop, do a return pass. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. Now the next part of section 1, which this is section 1, is they want you to do a picot. Now the way they do their picot, which is listed in the article, is they do, okay, so you got to determine if it's a corner one or a side one, because they usually join, but we're not joining any. So what they're going to do is they say the motif. Now for the little edging, they want you to go ahead and do a small one is chain 3, slip stitch in the stitch that you started. So you can determine if you want to do a small one or a large one. I'm going to do 5 because I've got thin yarn. Alright, now we're going to slip stitch in our first stitch here. And then we're going to go on to section 2. That is the end of section 1. And if you can see, yes, there's this little bump here, which I don't like, but that's, you know, it'll get worked in too, so it'll cover up. But that is section 1. As you can see, it is on a slant. It's going on a slant. So the whole circle will keep doing all the slants around and around and around and around until it makes a circle. So, now, the second section is the one that is going to be repeatable. So this section coming up is going to be a repeatable one. Okay, so you already got 1 hook on your chain. It says to do 4 Tunisian simple stitches. So let's count and make sure we get lined up here. So we have 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go in here. Yarn over and pull through. I'm trying to do this around this camera, which is not very easy to do. yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. Okay, we've got one more. Yarn over and pull through that. And that bump disappeared like I thought it would. That's cool. Okay. Now, it's going to say do reverse pass. And again, remember, it is yarn over and pull through 2, not like the standard one. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. Alrighty. Now, the next one, it says to do 2 simple Tunisian stitches. So 1 and 2. So we should have 3 loops on our hook, and they want us to do a return pass. Again, that's one of your short rows. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Remember, that's the part where we're going to work the foundation to go all the way down this slant. So our next row we'll be working down all these and the ones from here, and we'll probably end up having to go into the magic loop too. Hopefully my magic loop didn't come undone, and it did. Well, fun part. So at least that's a lesson to show you that, yeah, my magic loop came undone. So let me go pause this and figure out how to fix that. Alrighty, solved the problem. I just had to stretch it back out. I put a clamp on it, so that way I wouldn't lose it, because we have to work in it, so we have to have that as an active stitch. So I went ahead and did that. That's a good thing to know. They didn't mention that in our little article here. So now the next thing we're going to do is, it says to do 1 Tunisian simple stitch. Okay, so in this row we're doing 1. So it looks like there's only that 1 bar. So do 1 simple Tunisian stitch. And then it says to do 2 Tunisian simple stitches in the next row below. And they pick up this one, pick up this one, then pick up this one, and then it wants us to pick up one in this one. So I want us to pick up in the last stitch there, and then one in our magic loop. And now we're going to do return pass and do another picot. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through another 2, yarn over and pull through 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 2. Now my picot is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll slip stitch in the first chain that I did my picot in, and that is section 2. So you see how it's building. See if I can lay it in my hand and show you. Now, after that, it says this section right here, they want you to repeat it for sections 3 through 11. So that's going to build it all the way around. So I will do that, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. Alright, this is rows all the way through 10. As you can see, you can count your picots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10's hiding behind my hook. Now we're going to do 11, but what we're going to do is when we get the 11 done, I want to show you just how smooth it goes. And then 12 is when we start to do a seaming. Now you can either pick it up the way they're showing here, where you're going to do it on the return pass, or you could just do 12 as just like you're doing 11 and then seam it up, match or stitch, either way. So I'm going to go through the whole section again just to show you from start. Okay, so we're going to start off with 4 Tunisian simple stitches. I'm going to try to do this around the camera. That gives you 5 loops on your hook. We're going to do the return passes. Remember that return passes are not the standard ones. It's the yarn over and pull through 2 on each one. Okay, and then we're supposed to do 2 Tunisian simple stitches in this row. This is our short rows. And then we're going to do return pass, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And then the next one we're going to do 1 simple Tunisian here. If I can get my bars to cooperate with me, hold on. It's split, there we go. Then we're going to come down here and pick up this one, 2 from this row. And basically it's a staggered all the way down. We're going to do 2 from there. And as long as you get a total of 7 all together, you'll be fine. Remember, the last one is in the loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to come down here into our magic loop and pull up. We have 7. We're going to do our return pass. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. All the way back up. And then we're going to do our picot, which I chose to do the chain 5 and slip stitch in the first. Okay, so that's row 11. Alright, now 12, they want you to do the same thing as 11. So let's start it, but then you have to pick up the stitches from over here all the way up the chain, and it ends up closing it with the picot at the top. Okay, so we're going to go over and we're going to pick up, like we're supposed to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 5 loops. We're going to do our return pass, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And here we're going to do 2 Tunisian simple stitches. And do our short rows again, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to do 1 Tunisian in this one. We're going to hit this one, and another one. And you just staircase down rows. And you see we have 1, 2, 3, we have 6. Our 7th one is always inside our magic loop. Now, here's where they want you to start connecting. What you to do is to come into this. They want you to slide it in like this, and then they want you to take this loop that's originally on it and come off. Then they want you to do a yarn over and pull through 2. Then they want you to come back into here, into the next one, yarn over and pull up, replace it with this one, and yarn over and pull through 2. And then they want you to do the same all the way up the seam. Go into the next chain, yarn over and pull up, replace it with this one, okay, so they want you to then substitute it so it's like that, and then yarn over and pull through 2. And you continue that all the way to the top. But if you see, I don't like it. It adds lots of holes. But that's what they want you to do. So I'm going to keep trying. If I don't like it, I'll just rip it out and do it my way. Alrighty. We're going to roll over and do that. We're going to slip it through this one. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And then we're going to come through finally at the top. And we're going to yarn over, slide through that. We're going to slip this, yarn over, pull through 1. And then we're going to do a picot. Mine's a 5, so remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go into the first stitch. For my picot. And then what we're going to do, you can fasten off at that point, but I want to turn this over to see what it looks like. I'm going to take my clip off. And then I'm going to pull my magic circle together. Tighten it up. It tightened a little bit, but it's not as much as I would like. I'm going to take my hook off. See if I can get the circle tighter. Maybe it'll look better. I tightened my circle. And there it is. I'll stretch it out a little, block it out a little. But there's the first motif that we have. No. And of course you'd weave that in. You'd weave that in. But that is the first motif that you can do. And there you go. That is all there is to it. Now, if you don't like to do that last part, I would just do how we bind off on a regular row, and then I would do a picot, and then I would master stitch or whip stitch it closed if you don't want to do that hard way. But that's all. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, chat, put it on Ravelry, whatever way you want to communicate with me is fine. Have a nice day, and thanks for watching. Bye.